And then the main event, Albazi. Luckily, I switched last minute.
You should have bet.
Yeah, we should have bet. I would have won on that one. Albazi beating Kai Kara-France via split decision. And yeah, 3-2. So split decision is a little bit of a weird one. How did you have that fight going?
I had it to Kai. It was definitely like a competitive fight. I mean, like rounds 2 and 3, I scored to Albazi, and then 4 and 5 Kai, and then that first round, that to me, I think Kai won. I think that it was a competitive fight, absolutely, but like I think he was more active. And he got more significant strikes, and yeah, I think he did more. I think he did more throughout the fight. To me, it feels like a robbery. And you, like the same thing?
I don't see it as a robbery, to be honest with you. I mean, like, it's debatable who won. Like, I'm with you. I think rounds 2 and 3, Albazi definitely won those. I mean, in the second round, he had control for about 4.5 minutes of that fight. Yes, Kai came back and ended the round strong, but it's 30 seconds versus 4 minutes, so it's not really. I mean, you can't really compare the two. And Albazi almost got the submission. I mean, he did have it clasped in.
Tight.
It was tight. So he came the closest to actually finishing the fight. Round 3 was very close, but I think because of the octagon control, and Albazi pushing it, I think he just edged that one for me.
Yeah.
Round 4 and 5, you could see Kai really upped his output and just outworked Albazi. So definitely rounds 4 and 5, and then visibly got more significant strikes.
Yeah.
That was the big thing for me. Round 1's where the toss-up comes, because I think Kai, probably on the balance of things, Kai probably won that fight because he won round 1.
Yeah.
But if you make the case for Albazi, either way, it's 3-2. So it's a 48-47. So to me, it's not a big robbery or controversy in the fact that Kai Kara-France handily won like 4 rounds.
Absolutely not.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
So
yeah, I mean that. Yeah, well, we'll get to the judges' scorecards, but that Chris Lee, I the only way that it makes sense to me is for him for his scorecards to make sense. For the first round, he scored that to Kai, and then for the 4th round, he scored that to Albazi, which like doesn't make.
Never. There's I'm sorry.
Chance.
There's no world where Albazi won the 4th round. No.
So like, I don't know, maybe at that point you're like, you're a judge. You see where this is going. You think that Albazi should have won because of that submission attempt. Like, I don't know. Just like, where does the efficacy of like judging come in then?
Yeah, it's a weird one because I don't know. It's obviously very subjective.
Yeah.
So even though there's a set criteria of how you're supposed to judge a fight, it's still subjective. It's been a lot of weird decisions previously. But yeah, the consistency just a lot of the times is lacking, like you say now, because if you have Kai winning round 1, then I would have maybe Kai winning like round 3 because it was closer, maybe, if you're going to have it on the balance of things.
Yeah.
But round 4, dude, there's no chance.
Yeah.
Like, Albazi was completely outworked.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if you saw Israel Adesanya said that was like the biggest robbery, and I don't agree with that.
Yeah. I mean, that's a bit like emotional because it's his teammate.
It's his teammate. Yeah. I mean, he said it was 4-1 as well. I don't see that. Like, I can get that you can pick either of them to win.
Yeah.
So 3-2. Like, it is a 48-47 fight either way.
No, yeah, I agreed.
But, to say it's this massive robbery, I don't know. I mean... Yeah. Look, the another thing is also if you scored on significant strikes, yes, of course, Kai Kara-France had many more. But watching the fight, like if you didn't tell me he had more significant strikes, I wouldn't be able to tell you that was the case.
Yeah, because they're not landing flush, or just like
you just look at the two fighters and the damage just doesn't. I mean, Albazi's nose is a bit busted and whatever, but I mean, you wouldn't say like, oh, that was a big shot. Now he's backing up, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So. I think it was close, but I do agree with Izzy that you've got to interview the judges afterwards. I think that would be time consuming.
Yeah, but worthwhile.
It'd be worthwhile. Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of sports you got to interview the referees as well.
Yeah, I mean, like who are these? Who are these like 3 just men making these like choices? You know? It's like for Kai now, for him to make it back into like title contention. Like I mean, if he had won this, I think he would have been right back in the picture. But now it's going to be like a much longer road, and like. I mean, it would just be cool to hear someone like justify their choices. Not to say they're wrong, but just like to like hear their thought processes.
Mm.